When it's time to drink beer, that's when it's time to get beer.
Pischt is proud to present to you a moment in history, brought to you by the people at Pischt, who make history every time they make a beer. The date is July 2nd, 1776, and many famous American historical figures are hard at work during the Second Continental Congress.
Gentlemen, I insist we go over the grievances once again.
Again? But I have the calligraphy lesson I was trying to get to.
Oh, shut up. This table recognizes atoms.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, John. I forgot you were there. This table recognizes a Samuel atom.
Thank you, Jefferson. Now, we all know about the Sugar Act.
Oh.
And the Stamp Act.
Oh.
And the Townsend Act.
Washington, did you just say boo or a boo-worms?
What? Well, I could have said anything, really. Gentlemen, please. Now, if you all remember the letter I sent, saying that these taxes are a bunch of shit that has been smeared all over our colonies. Shit.
Maybe you should find a different way of describing that.
And we've protested in the streets saying we're not going to let them stick their fingers in our noses any longer.
Maybe you should find a different way of describing that.
And what does England do? Send a bunch of redcoats over to Boston and make them kill a bunch of people. Our citizens will long remember that the Boston Massacre was the man keeping us down in a pile of shit from a donkey, as in ass shit.
Maybe you should find a different way of describing that.
Those soldiers, and it was a case of wrong place at the wrong time. The crowd that surrounded them was a bunch of stupid angry hicks, and it was a tragedy waiting to happen.
People died! With the blood and the guts and the eyes bulging and the tongue wagging and the shit spewing out of their butts!
Maybe you should find a different way of describing that.
Oh, 3 people died. 3 people in a mob that basically attacked a well-armed force.
You, other Adams, are an asshole. And so's your mom, who's such an asshole that her nickname is Little Anal Crumpet.
What? I thought that was an excellent description of John's mom. Have you met her?
If you'll remember, last year, I sent the olive branch to King George III, asking him to help us find a peaceful solution to our problems. And what does he do? He just pisses on our face, with the juice dribbling down and the saltiness burning our eyes and the things that the...
Maybe you find a different way of describing that.
Well, we all know where you stand, but I believe there are others here who think differently.
Yes, I for one have no real problem with the king or the parliament. I really don't see what all the fuss is about.
Hancock, you are a poof who likes to get...
Anyone else?
I know that sometimes the rules are harsh, but we wouldn't be here if it weren't for them. They did kind of make all this possible. I say don't bite the hand that feeds you. Washington?
Yes.
Anything to add?
No, not really.
General, we could take these guys if we went to war. I mean, we could rip out their intestines and jump rope with them. We could gouge out their eyes and play marbles. We could rip off their arms and pretend that we're the Hindu goddess Kali.
sometimes is necessary if a cause is just. But I don't think that it's right to take another man's life. But sometimes you have to kill one to save many. And I don't think that it is right to harm another. But if I need to, and the cause is just.
George, what the fuck? Are you for or against?
I think this is an issue.
And?
That has many sides.
And?
And I think
And?
I shall have to think some more.
I'm sorry, Samuel, there doesn't seem to be much support for declaring independence.
Everybody! Oh, Samuel! Franklin! What I miss?
Oh, well, Ben, Adam was just trying... Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot you were there. Samuel Adams was just pushing for independence, but I don't think anyone really likes the idea.
Except for me.
Yes,
I'm not saying I'm for or against.
except for Washington, who doesn't have the balls to make a decision. But anyway, what do you have there?
Well, it's a new local brewery. Pischt.
Pischt.
Yes. Well, it's very new, of course. I understand it's quite good. I thought perhaps, before we came to any final decisions, we might have a nice cold, frosty Pischt. They say it's the Jesus of Pischt.
After a few Pischt were knocked back by our founding fathers, the discussion continued.
John! 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 Yeah!
Fuck the king and his royal ass.
Yes, I agree. The king is a piece of shit that my dog would be embarrassed to poop.
King George, tain't worthy to lick the skin twixt my anus and my scrotum.
I told you guys! I told you! The king is a pig-faced baboon kind of thing who frightens small children!
Okay, you guys, what is it? King George isn't worthy to gobble the cum I drizzled down my mistress's face.
Sorry, Jefferson. You lose.